Hello and welcome to another edition of The Odds Couple. My name's Adam Vaughn.
I'm Brad Tighe.
And before we go into round 5, mate, round 5 already, any talking points about the last round?
My talking point would be the Cowboys and Broncos game on Friday night. I thought it was an awesome game. If those two teams can keep that sort of form and barring injury, I think, definitely they'll be there at the end of the year.
Yeah, I agree entirely. So it was a shame it ended the way it did, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I thought I was happy with the decision of a no try.
Yep.
I thought the referee was in perfect position to make a call on it, and if he called it a try, I suppose I would have went with that as well.
Yeah.
But the no try, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where the confusion came out of it, and JT was very upset because he couldn't get an answer either.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was the knock on? Was it JT or was it Kyle Felt knocking the ball back in field? According to the bunker, it was Kyle Felt. And that's where a lot of confusion and a lot of anger, if you're from Townsville way, really comes into it. But, yeah, the bunker, they didn't have a good week last week.
No, terrible week.
Yeah, well, back to the future kind of thing. Same old mistakes as last few years with video referees. They're taking longer to make their decisions. They're not getting them right. Maybe change the personnel in there, maybe the answer. Yeah,
maybe a bit of a rotation.
Yeah,
might be a good thing. So moving forward, I suppose we'll see what happens and hopefully it gets better.
Well, can't get much worse. Righto, mate. Let's go first game. Manly Bunnies Thursday night at Brookie.
Yep.
Who do you like, mate?
I think I'm leaning towards Manly. I thought the Roosters were unlucky last week, but back at Brookie, I think it's Manly. Burgess is a big bonus for the Rabbitohs,
yeah.
But Manly for me at Brookie.
Yeah, so I don't know where you're coming from. I really can't. You got a hooker at halfback up your carousel. How's he going to go at halfback?
Oh no, I think he'll do the job.
Really?
So yeah, I think the Manly are getting better with every game.
Yeah.
Stewart coming back, he's got another 2 games under his belt. So I'm just sort of leaning towards Manly.
You're confident. I'm even more confident about the Bunnies.
Yeah.
Sammy Boy's back. He makes a massive difference. But I really like the configuration of their forward pack this week. We've got the Burgeye up front. Then you've got Chris Grievesmill in the back row. I think he's an underrated player. I think he's one of the best, and I can see why Gussie Gould wanted him at Penrith for next year.
Yeah.
The Bunnies were embarrassed last week, and I can't see them putting in anywhere near about as a performance as last week. And I think you guys are in trouble. Manly Sea Eagles are in trouble.
I think it's going to be a good game. It should be a close game, but I'm leaning towards Manly, and for my bet this week, I'm leaning towards probably head to head. I think 225 for Manly is pretty juicy, and with Stewart playing some good footy, I think he can sort of get to Tafua across the line out on the wing for a first try scorer. So at $8. That's looking good for me. I'm not sure what sort of bets you've got. So
I've got winning bets. That's what I've got. I've got the Rabbitohs -2.5 at $1.90. Rabbitohs first scoring play will be their try at $2.30, and Greg Inglis will be up for a massive game. $9 first try. You can't go past him. So you know where to go.
We'll see how we go.
All right, second game of the week: Titans Broncos Friday night. Big brother, little brother again.
Yep. I'm leaning towards the Broncos. I can't go past them. They're my team to beat in 2016, and the Titans. They played well last week to come away with the game against the Rabbitohs. The Raiders. Sorry,
yeah.
And they'll be back at home. They'll be tough to beat, but. Tyrone Roberts, I think he's in a bit of doubt with a bit of injury. So
they've named him, but I don't think he's going to play.
Yeah, I think the Broncos will be too good.
I think they were lucky, the Titans, last week, which is good for us because we tipped a massive upset there, so it was good for us. Got
away with it.
But, yeah, look, the Broncos are playing way too well. You saw what they did last week up against not an inferior opposition, but a less quality of opposition, let's just say that. I've got a couple of try scorers. The MILF is on fire. You got to take him, $8.50. And if it's not the MILF, it's Corey Oates, who was unbelievable the first couple of games until he got injured. He's playing $6.50. And maybe Jimmy Roberts, he's coming into a bit of form, mate. Your old teammate, he's playing $8.50 or $8 rather. So those three, you might get a winner out of those three.
Yeah, definitely. James Roberts played really well last week, so he's starting to find his feet. So have a look at him for sure.
Good combination with the MILF. Mm-hmm. Look out, opposition coaches. All right, we head to Melbourne Saturday afternoon. This could be nasty.
Yeah, I think the Storm will be disappointed with their performance on Monday night against the Sharkies. So they'll be looking for a big one back at home, trying to turn it back around. The Knights, I'm not too sure where their win's going to come from, but I don't think it's going to happen this weekend against the Storm. So.
Yeah, look, the Storm don't lose back-to-back very often, and especially when they go back home. It's almost mission impossible, I think, for the Knights here. And they don't have Tom Cruise to help them. So, yeah, any bets, mate, for this game?
Yeah, nothing sort of stood out for me. I think the Storm are probably Morrill's going to win. So I'm looking at maybe the first try scorers, Will Chambers, 750. That's pretty juicy. And also Marika Korobidi, 550. I know he's a bit short, but...
He's out.
Oh, is he?
He's out. He got suspended with the trip.
Oh, so I didn't even know that. So Will Chambers. So.
Will Chambers is a good one. Will Chambers is a good bet. All right, mate, next game.
Moving on. I got the Tigers and the Sharks. For mine, I've tipped the Sharkies. I think, they're in a bit of form. I thought the Tigers were unlucky last week against the Eels. They played really well.
Yeah.
Only get beat 8-0, I think it was.
Yeah.
So, but for mine, the Sharkies, I thought they played really well against the Storm. So
yeah, they did.
They'll be tough to beat for mine.
Yeah, that's the issue. The Sharks are in such good form. I think the Tigers thought it was a really hard weekend last weekend. It's going to be even tougher this weekend against the Sharks, especially with Galback.
Yep.
He's a big plus. The Tigers, yeah, look, they need to do something different in attack. Tedesco needs to get a bit more involved in crucial times, I think, but they need to do something different. There was a couple of times there where they went the play that they wanted to go instead of playing what was in front of them, and they cost them. So a bit more ad-lib football, I think it might go a lot better, but that Sharkies outfit is very, very good, and I can't see anything other than the Sharks win.
Yeah, I still think it'll be a good game, so
it'll be a good
nice
game,
and close, but the Sharkies, I think, for mine, are just too good.
Well, now that you say it's going to be close, I actually think the Tigers are going to be the first scorers. I've got them first scoring player Tigers try at 250. Sharks have only scored first in one game out of 4 so far. So they start slow, the Sharkies.
Yep.
But they come home strong. I've also got the half-time, full-time double for the Sharkies at 220. Bit of value there. And first try scorer, you've got to have Tedesco in there, $7. And I've got Kevin Nagama. He's a bit of an underrated player, in my opinion. He's $10.
Yep. He's been playing well too, so have a look at Kevy. So
yeah, mate.
Yeah, well, moving on.
Yep.
I suppose we've got the Dragons and Cowboys up at Townsville. So for mine, I think the Cowboys back at home up there, they'll be just too classy. JT and Lockie Coote's playing some good footy.
He is.
I just think the Dragons, been for a tough night.
Yeah, I don't know where the points are going to come from the Dragons other than Dugan. And if they shut Dugan down, then I don't know what they're going to do, basically. And the Cowboys are very good at isolating players and not letting them play the way that they want to do.
Mm.
Mate, I can't see anything other than the Cowboys win. A pretty convincing one at that.
Yeah.
What are you looking for bet-wise?
I'm thinking maybe the Cowboys, the first, score and play will be, obviously a try from the Cowboys. So, $1.80, that's pretty good. I'll be looking at something like that. First try scorer, maybe Gavin Cooper, running a good line off JT. He's paying $12. Or, outside them, Antonio Winterstein, $6.50. So, I think, the way the Cowboys play and set up their play, I think, points might come from that side, first score and play or whatnot. Yeah,
well, on that side, I think young Matty Bowen's nephew, Javid, is it Javid?
I'm not too sure.
Not too sure. Anyway, he's coming in. He's a rookie. He's making his debut. He's on that side as well. I think he's got better hands than Kane Lynette, and that's the guy he's taking the place off.
Yep.
So he might sneak in for a try there, and he's paying $9, which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Rightio, mate. Off to Gosford. So we're going from the north down to the central coast. Roosters taking a home game down there up against the Warriors, who could come up with anything.
Yeah, I've tipped the Warriors. I thought, their second half last week, throwing the footy around, they showed what sort of, what they can do with the ball.
Yeah.
So against the Knights, so I'm tipping, the Warriors, even though it's at Central Coast.
Yeah, I'm tipping the Warriors. The big question is which team turns up. The Roosters were very unlucky. They were robbed by the bunker last week. There's no ifs or buts about it. But look, the Warriors could turn up and do absolutely nothing, they could turn up and just blow them off the park.
Yeah.
So, just a couple of bets, half-time, full-time double, going to Warriors for both. That's 225. First try scorer, you've got to have RTS up against his old team. He's paying $9, and if you don't think the fullback's going to do it, maybe Solomon Carter will do the job again, and he's paying $8.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Moving on, we've got the Eels and Panthers, the local derby. So Matty Moreland's back for the Panthers, but I've gone towards the home team in the Eels. I think, I haven't tipped them in the first 4 rounds, so finally tipped them. I might have put the mocker on them, but I think being back at home, they're in a bit of form, so I think they might just edge out the Panthers. So I know the Panthers, it'll be a good game though.
I think it'll be a tough game.
Yeah.
Both packs are going to be formidable and really going at it. Moreland is going to make a difference. I don't know if it's going to be first week back. So I'm going Parramatta as well. Look, the big Fijian semi-road rider, he loves Pertek. I think he's still got more tries and games there, so you'd have to look at him for first try, wouldn't you?
Yeah, at 450, you'd have to have a look at him. I think Big Sammy will score a try at some stage. I'm just hoping it's the first try at 450, and and the Eels to win both halves at $2.65. I think that if they're going to win the game, they pretty much got to start well and finish well. So
yeah, well the Panthers are going to be coming all day, so
yeah, definitely. So see how it goes. I like the derby.
So last game back at Belmore for the Doggies. Canberra Raiders, did they have a shot?
No. I think the Bulldogs, just back at Belmore Monday night, they'll be just too good.
Yeah, the stars have aligned, haven't they?
Oh yeah, definitely. The Bulldogs are up there with the Cowboys and Broncos for mine as a top team. So if the Raiders had their full side and maybe they're both halves on deck, or maybe
Well, they've been named, whether they're going to make it or not, I don't know. I'm not sure they're going to play. Yeah. They've been named, but it seems like a very quick recovery.
And they still might need a week or two anyway, so the Bulldogs will be too strong. They're firing at the moment. So, you got any bets for that game?
Sure do, mate. Joshy Morris, $9 special for the first try scorer, and if he doesn't do it, Moses in by $10. At $11, sorry. First scoring play will also be a Doggies try, and that's paying $2, which at the end of the tournament, that might be just enough to get you over the line.
It should be a good game though, but the Bulldogs too good.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs too, mate. Well, there you have it. We've got our bets, we've got our tips. Hopefully we've helped you out. We didn't go too bad last week with our tips and our bets. Quite a few winners there. So hopefully we'll do the job for you again this week. But until we see you again.
Yeah. Good luck, punters.